Hey everybody, Sarah here. So I wasn't sure what video I was going to make this week, but then I realized, obviously I'm going to make this video. Yeah, so hang on. Yeah. So today is the 10th of October. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I got a video playing. That's why I got the music, the earphones in. And you can see why I'm going quiet every time I'm looking at it while I'm making this video, because it's what I'm going to talk about. Yeah, it's the 10th of October. And it was 10 years ago today. I can't even think what time it was. But it was 10 years ago today that Stephen Gately passed away. I'm trying to think how I found out. I either heard it on the radio. No, I don't think I wouldn't have had the radio on at that time. It was definitely the night I heard it. So I'm guessing they announced it. I don't know. They announced it in the evening anyway. Because I seen it online, I was like, yeah, right. Of anybody, Stephen Gately wouldn't have died. I mean, he was like 33 years old. Like, I was like, yeah, right. And I put the telly on, and it was on there. I put the radio on, it was on there, and I was like, oh my god. I mean, he wasn't the youngest Boyzone member. That was Ronan, but is Ronan, I should say. Well, could say was, because the band's coming to an end soon. Yeah. But he was like, I've had two favourites in Boyzone. And you think it would be Ronan. No. It's Stephen Gately and Keith Duffy. And yeah, so hearing that news about Stephen was like, I didn't know what to think. Yeah. So I can't think what else happened that night after I heard the things on the radio and all that. And yeah, so it's 10 years ago today, which is I really can't believe it's 10 years ago. Oh yeah, I saw Boyzone back in, I'm sure it was 2008. Yeah, no matter what just come on with Stephen actually singing it, so. What was I saying? No, not 1998, I'm sure it was. I went to see 96 or 98, I can't remember. Went to see Boyzone in Cardiff with my auntie. All five of them. I remember the support act being West Side, who then became Westlife. But yeah, so it was the 5 members of Boyzone then. I remember going to see a concert in either 2008, could have even been 2007, no, 2008 or 2009. I went to a concert, and I remember there being where they have the leaflet things of different tours coming up, or concerts coming up, and one of them was Boyzone one. I can't remember if it was 2008's tour or 2009 tour, and I was like, I want to go to that. I didn't, and now I wish I had, because I would have been able to see Stephen Gately live one last time. But obviously, since he passed away, I've made sure I've gone to every Boyzone, not every Boyzone date, but every time Boyzone have been in Cardiff, I want to see them. Really wished I could have gone to one of the London ones, or even one of the ones before London, but definitely one of the London ones I would have loved to go to. But yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, so I was watching telly the other day. I was watching Loose Women, and yeah, it was on Tuesday. I was watching Loose Women, and at the end they said, "Oh, we're not on Wednesday because of like the rugby." And they said, "But we're back on Thursday." And I was thinking, "Oh, who's on it?" Didn't think they would say who's on it, and they said with Boyzone. I was like, it like took me back because they said Boyzone. They're like, "Oh, what's that?" And I was like, "Hang on, Thursday. It's the 10th. It's the 10th anniversary, and I was like, that's just gonna get me right there. Which it did. Yeah, so watched it today. And obviously, they were talking about the tour, talking about Stephen. And then they were doing I think this is their last TV performance. And they sang No Matter What. And obviously, Ronan done the first bit, which Stephen normally does. And for some reason in my head, I thought, oh, the next bit, not the next verse, but the next part of the first verse, which Ronan normally does. I thought that's what's I think that was that bit anyway. For some reason, I thought Mikey was going to do that, so I was waiting for Mikey to sing, and then I was like, hang on, I know that voice. It was actually Keith, and I mean, I adore Keith, so yeah, so I was glad it was like Ronan and I was glad that was Ronan and Keith doing that. Obviously, and Shade and Mikey, but the main bits were Ronan and Keith. Yeah, and not only that, not just the fact that was their last performance, they sang No Matter What. Before they sang it, and I thought, what are they going to sing? I thought, it's not going to be Gave It All Away. It won't be that. And I thought, no matter what, it's going to have to be No Matter What. And it was. Yeah. So, besides Keith doing the bit in it as well, they started putting pictures up, and I was like, as if I wasn't, like, I wouldn't say I was crying watching, because I wasn't. But as soon as the pictures come up with, and it wasn't pictures of just the four of them, it was the pictures of like Mikey, Keith, Ronan, Shane, and Steele. So when I saw the pictures of all five of them, I was like, you really have to do that. I did tear up. Yeah, so whew. I have not got emotional like this for the past, maybe the first year after, it's like in 2010, maybe then, but like 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Obviously, yeah, I remember him. I haven't got like this emotional on the 10th of October, but maybe, I don't know, this year. I don't know if it is because it's 10. It's either because, or it could be mixed of two reasons. One, it is the 10th anniversary, and two, it's the hang on, I'm trying to think of. It's like 11 days before the end. Well, this year, this is 11 days before the first anniversary of my grandpa's death. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you in my next video, which should be next week. Yeah, so I'll see you then. Bye bye.